Welcome to D&M Consulting Firm podcast show. Today we will discuss the PELTS analysis concept to prove why it's a good idea to invest in South America, especially in Peru. But first we need to understand what PELTS stands for and why we use this method to determine if it's a good idea to invest in Peru. Okay, so let's get started. The PELTS analysis is also known as PESTLE analysis. Many people use different names to describe this analysis tool, but the main concept remains constant. It explains the external factors and help you think about the impact these factors have in the industry. The effective analysis tool is what will be discussed in today's podcast. Okay, so the reason why this analysis tool is so important is that we can get a better understanding about the broader perspective of the environment in which you want to build a business in. By understanding these environments, we can actually determine what threats and what opportunities there is in the market industry. Another indicator that PELTS analysis tool can be used for is to pick up current market trends, which can also help us to determine long-term planning of the company. Okay, so let's break down the PELTS analysis. The P stands for political, which includes tax policy, tariff, trade control regulations, deregulation, as well as government. What government does Peru have? Is it a stable one? As well as other, is there any freedom of press, for example? What are the rules? Are there any consumer protective laws? So moving right along to the letter E, okay? E stands for economics. So how is the economy in Peru? Is it growing or is it at standstill? What is the business cycle like? And of course, you need to know, how are the projected economy growth? What is the interest rate? That is prediction. What is the supply and demand? What impact does the country have on globalization? What is the labor force like? Is the cost of labor cheaper in Peru than elsewhere? And what is the country's GDP? Okay, so now we're on to the letter L, and the letter L stands for legal. We need to know how legal laws are in Peru, how they affect our business. What are the local laws? What are legislatives? And what are the environmental regulations? And what about competitive regulations? Do the company even have a chance to compete in the marketplace? And we're moving right along to the letter T, and the T stands for technology. How is Peru's technology? Does it stand up to the US standards or the global standards, as a matter of fact? Are they using old methods or do they have new methods of technology? How is Peru on technology licensing? What about patents, innovations? Are innovators protected under the law? How technology affect our industry? And do we need to invest more money in certain technologies that Peru does not offer? All these things are important when considering investing in Peru. All right, so the last letter is S, and it stands for sociological. We look at demographics such as race, family size, age, gender, hobbies, what educational level are they, income level, what is the population growth rate? What religion do they practice? What management styles do they use? Do they have any ethical issues? How diverse are they? And what is the immigration rates? Other things to consider is social factors that help us to determine the trends and how we can advertise to the target market.